Hey everyone, it's Matthew here, and welcome to my honest thoughts on Cyberpunk 2077. So, I first played this on release, and I remember there being a crazy amount of hype about it. It was super ambitious, and I loved the Witcher series of games, so it was one of those must-buy games for me, as I'm sure it was for a lot of people. Sadly though, for those who bought it on consoles, it would be riddled with so many performance issues it would become unplayable at certain points. I remember going around a friend's house who had it on PS4, I think, at the time, and it was running on a potato. It was like that poorly optimized for the console. I thought it was a different game at first. I was like, what is this, like a 360 game or something? And it was, no, this is Cyberpunk 2077. This was like a week after release. I was like, what the heck? Anyway, it's not all doom and gloom for this title though, as for me on release it wasn't too bad. I got it on PC, so there was the occasional bug, there was occasional crash as well. But I'm kind of used to it with these types of games, I guess, so I was a bit desensitized to the bugs. Like, some of them are fun, because I guess I can thank Bethesda for that. Yeah, it has all the makings of a great FPS RPG, and I enjoy how there are many different ways to play the game. I tend to go for the more stealthy side of things in these type of games, so I put everything into becoming a one-shot glass cannon, but you can basically become a wizard with the hacking, and you can also be the guy that can't die. Like, you just have so much health, you just can't die. Like, there's a lot of interesting avenues to go down that make this game interesting. So like the bad about this game and the annoyances for me. So I like a good story, like the next guy, but this game tends to like tell you the story more than show you it. Like, you'll be sitting in a car with an NPC talking at you for like 20 minutes, and you're like, flipping heck, this conversation's going on. So it's not my idea of fun to do that. Like, I'm sure some people will enjoy that kind of thing, but the story is good, but there's certain points where you're like, okay, this is getting a bit boring. I'm just listening to a guy chatting at me. I like it when a story's shown and not told. So yeah, this game has a combination of both, which is good, but I wish it lent more towards the showing me. So there are also a bunch of features that are, let's say, unsatisfactory at best. The biggest one of these is the police system. I mean, what a complete joke it was at launch. The cops would just spawn right next to you and come out of nowhere. And yes, there are some updates since launch, but it's still very janky, and it's like they still teleport in and appear, and yeah, it's not up to the standards we're used to in big games like this. Just to list a few more problems, like, I think the driving could be better too, especially driving for NPCs. The difficulty system is the standard, just give enemies more health, which kind of makes the game boring. Like, I don't want to shoot a standard grunt in the head 1,000 times, you know. Another big one is, so the presentation of the world is very good, but it feels shallow in many ways aside from missions. You can't really interact with the world like you can in other good open world games like GTA. That's a good example, right? Anyways, if you want a game for the story and interesting perks to play with, it's kind of like Fallout and Skyrim, then it's a fun game. And the story is really good. But it's kind of disappointing when a game that's 7 years older, GTA 5, still has a better open world and more systems at work. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that subscribe button for more in the future, and I'll see you next time.